The world is in terrible danger as the remnants of a destroyed world, full of monstrous beings, falls upon the Earth, causing a fusion between both planets. Humanity, having not prepared for this, became almost extinct as their nuclear weapons had no effect on the monsters. The good thing that came with this catastrophe is energies from the other world, fused with Earth, was absorbed by humans, causing limitations of the human body to be broken, hence giving mankind an opportunity to fight back. Humans that started to develop abilities fought back against the monsters, and ever since, humanity have established facilities that help train their abilities to help combat various kinds of monsters. Little did the world know that a boy who no one had interest in would be the one to eradicate the Monster King and lead the world into the future. We begin the story with a boy named Jay getting a message on his phone. He gets to a destroyed building to meet his boss, Juan, who is a broker. Jay is to illegally sneak into a dungeon, a place where monsters make their nest. The client isn't happy that Juan is sending a teenager for the mission. The client's bodyguard gets mad about this as he advances towards Jay. Jay, having the nature of not bowing to anyone, gets excited for the fight. The bodyguard named Pilgu throws his fist when Jay dodges. He prepares another when Jay counters with a kick to the chin, causing Pilgu to almost black out. Pilgu, angry that he got done by a young kid, activates his powers, which is physical enhancement that makes his body to even withstand a nuclear attack. Pilgu attacks Jay when Jay moves away. Pilgu starts to get prideful as Jay also activates his power that makes him move like an assassin, ending his enemies in one shot. He takes a metal pipe and swings it with technique and precision. The pipe lands on Pilgu's chin, causing him to cough blood and fall to the ground. Jay got his skills by watching his father practice on multiple occasions. Jay's father, who was one of the first generation of hunters, got a nickname called the Dragon Slayer after he became the first human to slay a dragon. The sad truth is, he was also poisoned by another dragon's blood, which gave him an incurable disease, which ended him in the hospital. His mates took advantage of this situation and took all of his accomplishments. Jay's mission is to steal an object from a monster named the Imperial Wasp, a bee monster whose honey can cure any disease. We see Jay wearing something that changes appearance. He uses a rope and lands in the middle of a forest of monsters. He turns his head around as he sees the footsteps of a giant monster ape. We see an elf who is a magician archer being chased by the Titan ape. She hides as we see the Titan looking at her from the tree. The elf senses this as she shoots 3 arrows when the ape blocks it with his palms. She charges her arrow with a flame magic and shoots at the ape. Thinking that she had won, she sighs in relief, but that was her mistake. The ape had dodged her most powerful attack as she starts to feel despair. Just then, a glimmer of hope shined as we see Jay in midair. Jay is seen close to the ape's mouth. He shoots a light which blinds the ape for a while, helping them run away. Jay realizes that the elf was still following him as he stops to talk. The elf wants to employ Jay as she gives an artifact worth billions to Jay as down payment. The duo had taken too long, forgetting that the ape had recovered from the temporal blindness. The ape attacks when the duo step back. Using magic cast on his staff by the elf, combined with his techniques, he strikes the neck of the ape, killing it. The glasses gets destroyed when the elf named Sae sees his actual face. They exchange information. Sae seems to be in one of the hunter schools, and she is in the middle of a test right now. Coincidentally, it turns out that's the same place Jay's mission is located. They are seen running when they meet 2 monsters. Sae takes care of one when Jay uses a technique he copied from his dad, named the Needle, to stab the last monster. They get to a place when they see monsters being destroyed and left on the ground. A monster unveils itself as it uses its tongue to take away Jay's staff. Jay, using the ceiling as a propeller, Jay leaps with full speed, landing a devastating kick to the monster's brain. Just when the duo is dusting their clothes, Jay could sense blood lust from Yang as he makes Sae run away. Jay and Yang are seen clashing their weapons as Jay kicks Yang in the face. Yang, seeing the strength of Jay, decides to unleash his full power. He gets his strength speed and power increased in exchange for his own blood. They clash weapons when Yang kicks Jae in the stomach. They exchange blows when Yang almost cuts Jae into two. Yang is impatient because he wants to kill SA, so Jae is using the impatience to his advantage and make Yang make mistakes which will create an opening for him. Jae takes off his jacket and uses the second move he learnt from his dad, named the Swell, to strike Yang, which pushes him to hit the walls. Yang goes as far as sacrificing his soul for more power. He attacks Jae, as we see Jae bleeding a lot. Yang attacks one more time when Jae sees no way out. When all hope was lost, Se, who was thought to have run away, fired a powerful fire arrow to hit Yang, falls to the ground. Jae doesn't let this chance go to waste as he uses the Swell on Yang, ending the fight. They find the Imperial Wasp and leave the place. SAE, being a rich kid, asks Jae to join the Hunter Academy called Warrior High, asking to pay his tuition and all. Jae leaves saying he will give it a thought. SAE gets to her instructor's place when it seems an ape followed her. The instructor, who has been retired for a long time, charges up his power and throws a punch strong enough to burn the ape's face to a crisp. Jae goes to the hospital to see his dad. The doctor recommends a drug that was produced lately by a company. The problem is that it hasn't been released to the public. This puts Jae in a stressful situation when he calls SAE. SAE says that she can help because her company is part of the production team. Jae wants to take a test to gauge his skills. He meets up with SAE the following day as he is put in front of a golem. The golems fall too easily, making it hard to gauge his strength. Just then, Zeke, SAE's uncle, comes in and scolds SAE for using the place without permission. Zeke decides to test Jae instead. Jae's senses start to tingle danger when he sees Zeke. Zeke, who is the 7th strongest hunter in Korea, takes his stance. Jae attacks with his full power when Zeke holds his staff with one hand. He kicks Jae away and throws his staff back to him. Jae moves with multiple attacks as Zeke parries all of them. Zeke gives a punch in the stomach which pushes Jae away. Jae, who doesn't know the basics of fighting and only knew how to fight based on his life and death experience. Jae is pissed off as he stands up to go for one more round. Zeke gets serious when Jae also takes his father's stance. Jae uses the Swell when it cuts Zeke's cheek. The battle goes on for a while when Jae runs out of moves. He collapses from exhaustion and Zeke heals him. Zeke realizes that Jae was the son of the Dragon Slayer based on the fighting moves that Jae was using. Jae wakes up on a bed as he is brought coffee. He is asked to be taken to the weapon-making center. Jae gets to the weapon center when he gets danger chills. The blacksmith seems to be an Elder Titan Cyclops. He asks Jae to attack him, to see if he is worthy of his craftsmanship. Jae attacks with the needle technique, which hits the Titan in the neck. Unfortunately, it doesn't work on the Titan Elder as Jae is surprised. The Titan sees the weapon Jae is holding and asks him where he got it because he was the one who made that weapon. Jae refuses to answer as the Titan Elder attacks. At that point, what Jae could think of was death. But with Jae's personality not to be looked down upon, he uses the Swell technique to parry the attack. Recognizing the skill, the Titan Elder also sees that Jae is the son of the Dragon Slayer, the only hunter who could injure him and cut his hand off. Jae's father had the chance to kill the Elder Titan, but decided to spare it. Because of this, the Elder Titan decided to work for humans. Next on Hunter World, we see a powerful monster moving towards Jae. Jae is kicked in the chest as he vomits blood. His friend, who is a half-dwarf, holds the monster. His strength isn't enough as he is lifted and slammed to the ground. Jae gets up again, refusing to back down. He is given a kick powerful enough to kill him. It was at this point that the world would come to know the name of the son of the Dragon Slayer. For the world was about to witness what the Dragon Slayer had left behind in this world. We see Jae with a purple aura and insane killing intent, capable of bringing dragons to their knees, overflowing around him. Like and subscribe to watch the next part of this video.